Yo, what's up, you guys? Saeed here, and welcome to another Choppin' Sense, where I like to take a minute or two and chop it up about the latest hot topic going on in the Sense culture. And I think today's a great day to chop it up about the man behind the infamous tear down and rebuild. I'm talking about none other than the GM that is Mr. Pierre Dorion. Should he stay or should he go? Let's chop it up. Now, let's go back to the days of the Atlanta Thrashers. And before you go, it's going to make sense in just a second, so stick with it. The Atlanta Thrashers was such a woeful organization, man. They had some really bad years, but they had some decent years as well, even finding themselves in the playoffs in one of those years. And, you know, all the while what remained consistent was just total and utter chaos off the ice. Chaos that the GM at the time had to deal with while doing his best to ice a competitive roster. Now, eventually that organization found themselves outside of the league, and that GM found himself without a job, but it wasn't long until we'd see him again at the helm of one of the most consistently impressive organizations in all of pro hockey, an organization that we believe today is considered one of the favorites to win the whole damn thing in this year's Stanley Cup playoffs, an organization that found themselves at the wrong end of a quadruple overtime game winner against the Florida Panthers. I'm talking about the Carolina Hurricanes and their GM, Mr. Don Waddell. Now, Don Waddell was called every single name in the book when he was in Atlanta. He was scrutinized, criticized, and his intelligence was questioned. All the while, he was dealing with those off-ice issues that were unique to that situation. And what did he do but allow that to inform the GM that he is today? All that experience and that perseverance that he exercised into becoming one of the better GMs today for one of the better teams in the league. So what am I getting at? I think GM Dorion has an opportunity to author a similar story. He just doesn't have to leave the Sens to do so. Look, it's no question he's had some downs, but he's also had a ton of ups. And lately, the trajectory has been more up than down. Let's not get it twisted. Pierre Dorion's Summer of Dorion was a real thing. Even the haters were loving what they were seeing. Personally, I feel this guy has tasted the agony of going through a teardown and rebuild, the agony of going through being a rookie GM in a Canadian market, and the agony of having to deal with his own unique issues off the ice. I think it's only fair that he tastes the sweetness of what he's got cooking with this promising young core. But that's just me. As always, guys, peace and go Sens go.